We should be live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My YouTube is acting funky and they're like complaining now suddenly that I shouldn't stream in 1440p. So late, Gooder Games. It's later because I had other things to work on as well. But I didn't want to do another 4 hours or 6 hours. God damn it, yesterday was a long stream of level design. Oh, Timidius. I just saw you in Indie Game Clinic's stream. So thank you very much for abandoning him to come here. I do feel like it is indeed a problem. Because if we take a look here, Indie Game Clinic is also live. Poor Doc Joe. And then, yeah, yesterday as well. 6 hours and a half, 4 hours and 33 minutes. And yeah, it's like you say, Gooder Games. I co-worked the whole time with you. Impressive that you did barely any breaks. So I noticed that as well. Something that I personally don't like about Twitch streamers is like you join in on a Twitch stream and they're just not there for like 20 minutes. They're like, I'm come to get food. And I'm like, what's the point here? You're an entertainer. Entertain me. Like, I feel guilty like having to go and run to the bathroom because it means like, oh, that's a minute of no content. And I'm like, what if all the viewers drop? So we just lock in and we just do game development. And that's kind of it. Well, almost fell out of share. Forgot I had the video on. Surprise. And hi, Florian, as well. Nice of you to be here as well. And Mike 10. But yeah, generally I didn't take any breaks. So the goal for today is gonna be pretty basic. And I'm gonna start by talking about what the hell is this new Steam store page layout. I don't like it. It feels way too empty. Like, let me see if I can pull up an old Steam screenshot from like my video footage or something. Let's take sure. This is like unicycle pizza time. So one thing that Steam has changed is the way, like I looked at like just any store page basically, and I'm like, I feel like this looks way worse. And then I kept looking at it, and I realized they changed the images down here, and they changed the way padding works, where, you know, it used to be always just no like super big spacing in between the entries. So like, you know, it goes instant here, here, here. I should just pull up Unicycle Pizza Time store page. And then now it's like, what is this giant white space here? And then there's like even more white space here. I feel like they've gone a step back in terms of visual stuff. I see also, you know, maybe it's good that they increased the like little screenshot slots here to 7. Although I feel like they should update the Steamworks as well. Actually, you don't? I don't know. You like it? No, I feel like it's too dumb. I like this one way more. Because the spacing doesn't make consistent sense, in my opinion. But like Steamworks, for example, still only requires you to have 5 Steam store pages. So I noticed this when I was looking earlier at here, hard carry. Because I submitted hard carry. I worked on the Steam capsule a little bit off stream. I wanted it to be easy. Like if I go here in beta mode, I only had 5 screenshots because 5 screenshots is what's needed. But then you now have the problem of like there's just this big blue white space. So you're kind of almost forced to have like either 7, like you need to have 7 entries here now. Either 6 screenshots in a trailer, or like 5 screenshots, or like 5 screenshots in 2 trailers, or just 7 screenshots. This feels so weird now, and it's like, why are we doing these changes? I don't like it in general. So I guess I'm gonna have to take even more screenshots. I threw together a simple capsule. I think it's fine. I probably, you know, want to get something a little bit better at a certain point, but it works for now. So yeah, don't worry, Marix, you're just here for the Skyrim music. You know you can just open YouTube as well, right? But yeah. Yo, when did y'all announce this? Fankel, like on the Patreon 3 months ago? on YouTube 2 days ago. Hard carry. It's a short little thing, so I submitted it for just a review because we have the screenshots, we have some text. This should be enough to get it approved. I'm not going to put it live yet, but I just want to get it out of the way. That it is already approved, basically. And then I don't have to worry about that. The capsule seems fine. Not too bad. Not too complicated. I think the main problem with the capsule is that I don't like the... I think the environment may be like a little bit too boring or whatever. I'm not sure, but like... It's very much like Stretcher Man right now. But like a worse version of Stretcher Man, I would say. Are we using the same font? No. Okay, we're not using the same font, luckily. But I just like took a simple screenshot and used that as the capsule. I didn't overthink it too much. Also, Steam used to have like this whole sidebar here as well. Like on the left. All of that is gone as well. So I'm not sure what exactly they're doing. So yeah. Characters blend too much in with the background, I guess. I'm not sure. I feel like they don't. Because they're very fluorescent colors. So I don't know what you're talking about exactly. Anyways, I had some question pop in at the start of the stream by Sylvester Osik. So plan for the day, guys. Today's live stream is going to be very simple, very chill. I just want to get my live streaming fix, and that's it. Weird. I have the old visual still. Is it A/B testing? Now I'm curious if I go to a private window. No, private window, I still have this as well. So nothing changed here. Not sure. I don't like the new layout, at least. Anyways, so people are gearing up for the Steam Next Fest, which I think is coming up soon. And Sylvester from Garage 5. Can I look up Garage 5? Can we see like if you have a game? No. It's like Steam page and demo localization before Next Fest. We know it increases visibility. Was it worth it to make it for the Steam Next Fest demo? With 4 days left, I will use DeepL. You don't want to use DeepL. You want to use an LLM for it. It's going to be better. I personally use Gemini. I think Gemini, because of the giant-ass context it can have, does a better job. Over on our super cool Patreon... Are we localized? Let me check if I can find it. Yeah, here. This was a video I made a few months ago, which is just a 26-minute like deep dive of like localizing the full steps of like how to localize, basically how we do it for our games, because we have had very good results with using LLM localization for our games. Now, do you need it for demos? Generally, it's not as required. Definitely, if your other alternative is to use DeepL, just don't localize it. Keep it to English. The store pages you probably want to localize just because it's easier, but don't localize the full game if it's like gonna be DeepL wise. A lot of games are like demo only in English. Because like here, okay, so this is a dedicated demo page. Okay, so these have localized their demo. But yeah. Is there a link for hard carry? Because I can't find the Steam. No, it's not. It's the store page is just in the review queue. I'm not planning on putting it live yet, probably for another few weeks, because I need to finish more of the environment, then hand over the game to Thomas, let him rework the physics and like the general movement mechanics and all of that, and implement some of the cool visual stuff like the chasing bears and whatever. And then I take that, make the trailer, and only once I have an actual trailer, I'm going to put the Steam page live. Practice what we preach here at Bite Me Now. Do not put a Steam page live if you don't have a good quality trailer, if you don't feel like your game, you know, is ready to be put out there. Do you think it's worth it to localize trailers and screenshots? So, we have done this. I think if you see yourself as a professional game developer, I would do it. I think it's kind of the standard that I realized, like, we need to keep ourselves to a higher standard, so we do it now. So if we go to Kyoto Anomaly, I think this is very easy. I'm not sure if I did everything. Like, this is a screenshot with text. So let's change to, I think Japanese 100% has localization. We can see that the screenshot is different now. And then, yeah, the store page is localized. I don't think we've done it for every language. For this one, no. So this is dual language, but if we go and look at overtime anomaly, here I know we did localize into like every single language, basically, with the screenshots. For we also localized the trailer for Kyoto Anomaly. Let me just look up. Can I find it this way? Yeah, so we made a Japanese version, which has apparently 500 viewers. This is a fully localized version we made, so Japanese subtitles, Japanese voiceover, and then Japanese call to action. We didn't do it in any other languages. We did it in Japanese here, because we knew that Japan was going to be most likely our main target audience for this game. I'm actually not sure. I want to check now, because I haven't dived into the stats for a while. By the way, hi Zurich in Twitch chat and Funky Slot. So if I go to products, and then Kyoto Anomaly, and then 1 year. Yeah, so like, this was kind of always the plan, that Japan was going to be #1 for this game, because, you know, it's inherently going to be better. So this is why we purposefully did those decisions of localizing the game, localizing the trailer. Generally, apart from Japan, maybe China, and then English, I wouldn't localize the trailer ever in other languages. I think it's very much like an edge case thing already, of like, you're taking it pretty seriously and you know, like, in advance, this is going to be a country that we really want to focus on. I don't think you need to localize a trailer to like Portuguese, Brazilian, for example. These countries know English. It's also Japan and Korea are very much not good at speaking English yet, so it makes sense to localize trailers and all of that for them. Can you roast my Steam page? I already did my trailer teaser yesterday, so I'm very curious. The game is wrong elevator. Wait, I've seen this before. Yeah. You made a press kit. Oh yeah, I saw you when I looked at like Impress. Did you make a press kit after the short that I did? I made like a short about like, oh, make a press kit, and then they had like this thing. I looked like the day after, because you can see like, what are the latest games that got like their press kit? For example, this game looks pretty cozy, and I saw wrong elevator in there. I'm like, I wonder, because I knew you were a viewer, if you saw it. Okay, so yeah, I did convert you there. Should ask him for money. Wrong elevator is a horror game where you explore abandoned facilities and scavenging resources to maintain and upgrade your elevator. Isn't this a wrong conjugation? You explore abandoned facilities and scavenge resources. This shouldn't be like, I forgot the term, infinitive? I'm not sure. This feels very... This doesn't feel like correct English. So we have screenshots. We have the monster. There's a lot of color variation, and I think brightness is not too low, which is something that I see often with horror games, where it's like impossible to look at the screenshots because it's just so dark. Okay, you have decent followers as well. Yeah, should be scavenged indeed. So yeah. Languages. These, oh, this feels weird. You probably want to redo your GIFs as like the MP4s. I feel like this is the old 600 pixel wide GIFs that got auto converted into MP4 video. You may want to redo this, because now you can see like the wrong elevator is like on the next line basically as well, and it's not taking up the full width, which is, no, it's a bit of a pain. In my case, it was a very easy fix, because I edit all of my GIFs. I make like Premiere Pro files with it and then export it at 720p, so I could just upload the 720p video, and that's it. Okay, you have a playtest running, which is good as well. Let's take a look at the trailer. I'm gonna pause the Skyrim music. Oh, can I not full screen this regularly? Okay. Okay, call to action screen is fine, I think. The opening, you're always waiting through like beats before you do the next transition. You transition on the beat, which I think is good. But I think especially in the start, we're looking at like 3 seconds of just this. So 10% of your trailer, because it's a 30-second trailer, 10% of that is just this, which doesn't tell me a lot as the viewer. So I would instead maybe make it a faster paced cut, at least in the beginning. Something that I notice as well is that you basically don't have any gameplay audio. It's just the song overlay that you have. I think I also need to lower this a little bit. And I'm gonna wait with the sky for a second. And where this is like very noticeable, also this is a very cut and dry transition to the scary monster. And you're just kind of stuck on it. Like this feels like here I would not wait the extra half frame and immediately go into a shot of you running away from something. Like you see this, and then the moment you get to this frame, you're holding it, which makes this look very staticky as well, because this is just a statue basically, and it doesn't really scare me. So I would instead maybe immediately go into like a running away thing to indicate like, hey, this is a dangerous thing. We want to get the fuck out of here. And then the overlaying audio was noticeable here because you break a barrel and there is zero auditory feedback at all, which is something I would probably also change, where there is like an actual barrel effect. There's other points where you notice as well, like probably you want to have some additional sound effects. And I think you also have too much of like focusing on this specific elevator room, because once again you're doing 3 shots in that same room, and all 3 times you're not really conveying much to me of what am I supposed to be looking at here. So I think you're on the right track, but I think it can definitely get like for the release trailer or like the release date announcement trailer or whatever, I would put a bit more focus on faster pacing and making the trailer feel like auditorily better than only just putting in a loud ass song and keeping it at that. Adding like a lot of layers to it would probably help. Just to like give you an example, I always think this is a great example of what I mean. I think actual gameplay wise, just to say that as well, I think the gameplay looks fine. I think it's mainly the edit that I would change a little bit up. So if I pull up the trailer for Kyoto Anomaly, I think this is one where I did do this pretty solid, I would say. And it's where I also like made that short that maybe you've seen as well, of doing off your audio work in post. So like not recording any gameplay audio itself. Give me a second to load this. Premiere. Got this. And hey, Sinistan, by the way, I'm doing pretty well today. Come on, Premiere. Everything's just stuck now. In gameplay. Am I gonna find this? Oh, this is it. Made this trailer to the 3 hour space. So yeah, that's kind of a good time period, I would say. Like you don't want to spend like days on your trailer. Okay, we finally got there. Did we? We're still loading. Okay, so this is the Kyoto Anomaly trailer. So there's this line here. Maybe you can see it better here. Why can't I zoom in? So here, there's like this dividing line. Everything above it, so these are the video clips. There's just one layer. And then we have our captions. And then all of this all of these clips are individual sound files that I just layered on myself. So I think we can kind of just mute all of these, for example, and then bring stuff back. So this is just the gameplay footage with footsteps. That's kind of why I did keep the gameplay. Not sure if you can hear that. Okay. And then, I don't know what this layer is. This is cricket sounds. Like just ambient night sounds. Just one very long track. And why we do it in one very long track is because this way we can't hear when there is a cut, when there is a split, basically. Let's add some more sounds. So now we have sub-bass that we're adding to the game. I don't know how good this comes on stream. So the ambience feels a lot stronger already. I'm going to... This is an extra stinger, I think, a riser. Where we like build up a lot. We have some more sound effects for the bells. Let's just add in more. This is more ambient droning. Just drone, drone, drone. For horror games, very easy. And then let's go back here. What's the... Even more sub-bass. Keep adding sub-bass. More risers, and then
just show me
the voice lines.
Out.
So you hear the difference where we go from a trailer.
Can't be right.
That sounds like this.
I'm getting closer. I can feel it.
To suddenly this. It should feel very jarring. And this honestly didn't take that much time to put this all together. It's just, it's kind of like game feel. You make that first shitty version, and then you just ruthlessly keep asking yourself, but how do I make this better? How do I make this sound better? What could I do more? And you just stack on more and more of all of that, basically. And that's how you get a trailer that, in my opinion, especially for a horror game, it's important, sounds really good.
I'm getting closer.
So that's my trailer TED Talk. Where did I find all of these small sounds? So in my case, I use Artlist. Now Artlist, this is not sponsored, and they kind of suck, I would say, for game developers generally, because you can't use their music in games. But I use them for like YouTube videos and things like that as well. They have a sound effects category. And then, let me pull up, you can go and like filter off like, I think realistic, no, genre, I think. And then they have like a thing here called like horror transitions. And then you kind of just, okay, that's very loud. You kind of just be like, can we use this? Maybe, maybe not. And you just download them and throw them in. There's other services as well compared to Artlist. It's just what I've been using for the past 2 years. And that's it basically, but you can't use their music for game music, like in-game music basically. For trailers, it's technically fine, but not for sending it. So yeah. Okay, so that was a pretty long answer, I guess. But let me see it. So yeah, I guess this comes down as well to localize trailers. Yeah, Pixabay, there's other platforms. Just sound stock footage or whatever. I need more practice putting together trailers and videos overall. I can clearly see the difference, but when it comes to assembling it myself, things are way more complicated. It takes time at the end of the day. That's something that, you know, a lot of people forget as well. I think it's a private thing. Give me a second. No worries about in-app expansion. I think if I go to playlist, I have like an unlisted playlist here, trailer work. Like it took me 9 trailers to get to that level. So yeah, we have the Forge Industry trailer. Then I made the trailer for a viewer. Then did I make this trailer as well? Oh yeah, I remember I made this trailer on a live stream once with Unicycle Pizza Time, with Magical Girl Guardians. We had all of these trailers. It took me 8 trailers to get to Kyoto Anomaly. It's not like the first trailer I made was good. Like, this was the first thing we made, where it was indeed just taking a single soundtrack and then matching the video to it. And that's it. And it's very simple. I think the call to action, also very simple, just some crossfading. And from there on, it just, you know, you get better at these things. Where here, I think the cold open was a very good thing, where you can kind of have, but this depends on the song as well, the first 7 seconds of this trailer could be chopped up and been like a standalone micro trailer that would sell the entire game as well. I think this was the first time I'd kind of played around with that. Hi, Nicoletta, by the way. God, I feel like the game looks a lot better now than when we made this trailer. So yeah. That's kind of that. So yeah, if you have a demo for Steam Next Fest, you can localize it, but don't for the love of God use DPOL. If it's only English, it's only English, and so be it, but at least localize the store page. Sub-Zero, I also didn't forget your question, by the way. Because Sub-Zero, you've been co-working with us for a while, so you deserve me to answer as well, where he was like, question, how should I approach making a game in a genre that isn't as successful for Steam? For example, a 3D platformer. Oh, that's the wrong URL. Gamealytic. Because I think, you know, you have like the Steam analytics, and then DAX 3D platformer. So generally 68% makes less than 1K. But then if we take a look at games released in the last 2 years, 2023, let's say, it goes even to 73%. Don't make more than like, so 80% will make less than 5K lifetime revenue if you make a 3D platformer, which is not great. So this is like by all means a genre that is not ideal for Steam. Average price $13. Median revenue is $107. I think this is probably one of the worst numbers. I think, can we look at genres and tags? If you take a look at the median revenue after 0101 2023, I think we're looking at. I need tags. Like, there's not much, it seems, that is performing worse than 3D platformer. Wait, where's 3D? Yeah, 3D platform is at $75 median here. Only 2D platformers and education games basically perform worse. Is Puzzle the worst game? I've been keeping up with Paperclay. I was actually going to be bringing up Paperclay because Paperclay is like one of the more high-profile launches, I think, in recent history. It had a lot of marketing behind it. The guy did a lot of devlogs and things like that as well. And it just... You say it didn't do as well as you thought. I think it performed exactly as what I kind of expected it to do as well. $75 median sounds devastating. Yeah. Also, do you have a video where you explain how to work with Gamealytic, or is it simpler for dummies? It's simple enough for dummies. It's really not hard. If you know how stuff works, like how you use a filter, which probably you do if you're a game developer, you're going to be fine. Indie Game Clinic is streaming and is telling jokes. I know he's streaming. But thanks for dropping in, Seamus. I saw he was like a game where you have to be a comedian or something. Because what are we at with Paperclay? I'm actually even more curious if we here go to Gamealytic and we turn this to 2025. I mean, I feel like that's maybe too small of a sample size. Does it get worse in 2023? No, it actually gets a little bit better. How many games do we have then? Then we get median revenue of $203. So we were at 75 here. And now we have gone up to, oh no, we've gone down to 71. But then if we look at the other spectrum, an open world survival craft is median 14K, 15K, sexual content 3K, dating sim 3K, 2K, 4X 2K. Like, these are the median ones. I think if we go into bottom 30% revenue, these are all free to play games. 3D platformer is at $6. Once you get not ideal. What is the worst performing top 5% revenue? Runner Sokovan Solitaire. Once again, 3D platformer is pretty low. So top 5 is 38K, top 25 is $700. So that would make Paperclay at 28K like a top 10% 3D platformer as well. I think I want to work on one for a month and see where it goes. Maybe we'll post on the Discord. I think what you mainly need for a 3D platformer is a really good art style. I think that is going to be one of the make or break decisions, that you need a good art style. Because at the end of the day, a 3D platformer is also such a big enough genre that you can do so much with it. Do you want to go more of like the Mario-like platformer? Because at the end of the day, like Unicycle Pizza Time is a 3D platformer. I think if you have a great visual style, I think you can do still something with it. I think if you don't have good visuals, you're kind of dead in the water for a 3D platformer. You can always make one. And the easy alternative, if you have a 3D platform but you feel like it's not going to succeed, is you just make it a streamer bait game. Make it a streamer bait game and that's it. That's how you get games like, for example, Hank. Yeah, this one is like also a viewer game. And it's like technically just a simple 3D platformer. You just turn it into more of a streamer bait rage game and call it a day there. I think a month should give you some idea though on what to do. 3D platformer genre is almost dash niche for the average indie game. Like, yeah, you can make one, but you need to have a good one. Is it hard making a good puzzle game? I think so. Because it's good in 2 degrees. It's good in terms of your core mechanic is good. As in, like, is it a puzzle platformer, for example? And then you also have good in terms of, can you make enough interesting, good puzzles for this game? And I think that is honestly the harder part. Coming up with a puzzle mechanic is going to be easier than like figuring out how to make enough interesting puzzles and make them hard enough. And that's where often like puzzle games need things like level editors and whatever, because you as the developer may not know everything. I think I have one of the best puzzle games of the next fest, honestly. But guys, don't do puzzle games if you want money. What's your game, Austin? Because now you said it, now you have to tell me. I feel like this is new as well, the recently viewed section. Open-ended puzzles also seem more popular. Like, there's multiple ways to approach the solution, I guess. Yeah, like, when you think of... I think of like games like Cats Organized Neatly. Is like a puzzle game, for example. But it's like there's one solution and you just need to keep coming up with ways to stack the cats. Oh, here you can see the new UI. They only have 5 screenshots in a trailer, which just gives this big ass gap here, basically. Hamster Mind. Okay, so this is a 3D Sokoban puzzle game. The Talos principle is awesome and is it indie? Kind of, but yeah. Nicoletta, are incremental clicker games still a good choice for a quick win? I think you can, if you can make it now, you can still go. You're gonna be at the middle or tail end of the thing probably, because you probably only will be able to join the next fest in February if you want to join the next fest. But I think they can still work. You just need a good art style, I think, as well. No, you don't need a good art style. I trust in them still. I believe that you can make them work. It's not too late yet. If you start looking on, are you interested in making puzzle games? No, not at all. Because I would like the studio to keep alive. I'm not doing this as a hobbyist developer. So, visually, it looks very nice. Why is this guy so low-key hot? I think you have reason to be confident in it. I think the main issue I have is that it's not clear what the actual puzzle is from the screenshots. Explore mysterious pyramid while... Oh, it's like just a bunch of different puzzles, I guess, that you need to solve. It's not like one main mechanic that you need to solve. Today I've watched an interview by Jonas Tyrrell with Johan Grönvall. Grönvall? Who is Johan Grönvall? Zapre Games. This is all YouTube shorts. Yeah. And it was a hot take that indies aiming for small scope games are missing an opportunity to hit that exponential growth that the mid/big scope games tend to hit sometimes. I feel like that's a shit take. By not you, but by the guy, because I feel like he's also making a relatively small scope game. TikTok and shorts are insane for indie devs. Oh, this guy. I see. Hi, Fez, by the way. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it with the hamster mind, by the way. I just thought that it was gonna be like, because I saw the Sokoban tag, I thought it was gonna be only like one single kind of puzzle the entire game. Because that's the difference as well. This is more of like a puzzle platformer and less of an actual like hardcore puzzle game. Which can you expect? So basically, this looks okay. I think it's just gonna be a genre that's may not be ideal. Also, what is these localizations? Oh well. It's very much humor based, I guess, so it's gonna be hard. Okay, we have a lot of GIFs. We have a lot of the art. I guess you're a French developer because your English screenshots have French in them. Which is okay, whatever. How many wishes can you expect from the upcoming Medieval Fest? I honestly wouldn't get your hopes up too middle. When is the Medieval Fest? Oh, it's still pretty far out. Games that take place in medieval times, you know, this is just a festival for Manor Lords and like the RTS games. I don't think you should expect too much as a developer from these festivals because they're also extremely broad. I think the genre-based festivals will always do better. Like, for example, the Tower Defense Fest is going to do very good, and then maybe the Horse Fest. And the Hidden Object Fest is just such a dead genre. I think, like, for example, the Ocean Fest and Medieval Fest, because there's just so many games that can apply for them. Or like the Animal Fest. I don't think they would perform that well in terms of actual performance. Like, we joined the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Festival, which was a Steam festival last year. And it gave us, like, 5 wish lists. I'm not even joking with you. It was just no measurable impact at all. And I talked to other developers who had joined it, and they were also like, yeah, it did nothing. Whereas if you go for the Idler Fest, this one was very good because this was like one genre as well. Yeah, Age of Rot would have worked for the Medieval Fest, but you know, this festival alone would not be worth it, I would say. Can you quickly review mine, The Knight of the Kingdom? Take a look at the of the... What are we working with? I did the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase Festival and it brings in less than 100 wishlists because I wasn't in the front page. Yeah, so you can't always control that. The Knight of the Kingdom is a tree. Why is there only one quotation mark here? Is a 3D RPG set in a dark fantasy world. Meanwhile, shows the most bright, stylized. What is this art style? Holy shit! This is a very big difference. This is the same game. Featuring powerful magic, mythical creatures, and a captivating story. Explore shadowy lands, face legendary horrors, and rise to become a Knight of the Kingdom. Combat now feels right. 10 out of 10. So, bro, what are these? A YouTube short on your Steam page. This has to be with so much black as well. I'm glad that I missed the brutal indie showcases for my exact target audience. Yeah, that's the problem with these festivals. Okay, so you cannot be stunning cinematic and then show me black bars and then a 240p GIF image with black bars as well. This is bad, and you should feel bad for this. Make these things like a normal widescreen aspect ratio. Thank you very much. Dark mist has engulfed the village, bringing terrifying creatures that sow chaos in their wake. Your mission is to uncover the origin of the mist, face monsters, and survive in a hostile environment. Is a launch discount always the way to go, even if your game is only, say, $5.99? It is. Do you work remotely or on site? This is my home. I always work from home. We don't have an office. I'm not sure what you mean. Just been informed of a huge round of layoffs, and I'm part of it. Well, that sucks. At least you're a 3D artist. So, potentially, it's time to go indie and become an artist. I'm not sure. So, what are we looking at here? This is just 2 games. I guess the film grain is what you consider the dark mist. It just feels so weird. This UI, this inventory is not Steam page ready at all. I can just tell you that. This is just programmer art. These screenshots, you know, these are 2 different games you're showing me. Like, this is a very cinematic screenshot that is most likely... Castle. It's gonna be this one. Is it just a demo scene? Modular exteriors and interiors. Okay, so what was the screenshot that I was looking for? Yeah, I can't seem to. But I feel like you just used this screenshot. Yeah. Okay, so you kind of just imported this asset because you see the skull here with the giant sword sticking out of it. Here's what we see here. Do environment artists have a place in game development? Yes. Or you get stuff like this, where there is no, like, why is your FPS meter in here? This is so... Guys, can we stick to English in the chat as well? Let's be nice here. God. Yeah, you shouldn't be using these Cinti low poly characters. There are other... you should probably use like the enhance characters instead. These would be a better fit if you're going for that stylized thing. That's the problem with stylized is you very quickly lock yourself into one specific art style, and if you have any clashing art styles, like using the Cinti characters within a smooth art style, it feels very weird. I can recognize asset store in 1 second. Yeah. Because unfortunately I see a lot of them. What is this UI. I will sure change the character for the final version. Do you have a trailer? You do have a trailer. Do I want to see the trailer? Okay, it's a minute and 48 seconds long, and it's not in English. We're off to a great start. We get gameplay. It's been 20 seconds and we've done one cut. Also, I feel like you're using URP, but use a different fog system, because also your mountains are just glowing white. It's been 30 seconds, by the way. The elevator game, Strail, was done already. This is horrible sound effects. Do we have any gameplay yet? Also, I think that this channel is going to be copyright strike now, like this stream. I won't get any advertisements on this because like, this is most likely going to be copyrighted music. I just know it already. This always happens when I do like the live streams where I look at trailers. I always get like 4 copyright strikes. Just, so yeah. What does this table mean? So we have no gameplay at all. But hey, wait. No. I'll make this shit up. Demo available now. Oh, demo is available! Okay. I have to keep saying this. I've made YouTube shorts about this. You go to your Steamworks right now, my dear friend. Honestly, do you want people to know that there's a demo for this game? I don't know. Let's just pretend we're nice. I'm gonna show you this here. So, Steam has a setting that for some reason everybody except the Bite Me audience knows. You go to Edit Store Page. Bro, why doesn't Steam fix it so it's enabled automatically? I talked about this with Steam and they're like, oh, it should be enabled automatically. And here, oh, I actually disabled it. Apparently for the shorts. I mean, it's Forge Industry, so it's like a game that doesn't get much traction anyway. So Forge Industry also has a demo. Once again, you cannot see it here. There's only this tiny demo download button. Check this box. Save. Under associated demos, special settings for your store page admin. And you publish. And now if we reload this, ta-da, download Forge Industry demo. You want this. You want to do this now, so because nobody's going to find out there's a demo. I mean, it's a good thing that nobody knows there's a demo for this game. I don't know, because I haven't really seen much gameplay of it. This trailer is not good. This is the Windows Movie Maker font as well. I'm not going to try the demo here. So you quit your game already? These streams are more fun? No. We didn't stop. I'm just not streaming. I submitted the store page today for that game. So what am I going to keep saying about this? So why do you have yourself 2 times as a developer? You have Get Component Studio and Get Component Studio, published by Get Component Studio. Do they have a developer page? They do. This is America's Tower Simulator. Okay, so we have another game as well. But hey, they have the developer page, so that's good as well. Capsule art looks decent. I think so. Is it like 10 out of 10? No, but I think it's way better than the actual game. Hi, I did the demo download button thing. Thanks. Yep. Okay, and here we go. Oh, we even have a dedicated demo page. Oh, and you have reviews. Nice. So that's good as well. So way better. And you can actually find it. I think the visual style you want to change, Cinti. I think you want to get... If you want to use the Kingdom styles, because poly art does have a lot of good assets. Like the Eastland's Nature, we have some of these as well. Their Dreamscape style, they have a very good visual art style. This is recognizable, maybe a little bit, because I clocked it pretty fast, but that's also me. But I think, the enhanced assets would be one that you want here. Oh, it's the same person with the art for Forge Industry. Okay, I see. 12 reviews is decent as well, yeah. So I feel like you're gonna have to swap out most of the characters. Cinti just doesn't work here. Maybe if you want to keep with Cinti, you get their like yearly subscription thing because it's actually a pretty good deal. And then you use their Cinti sidekick. But even then, this style doesn't really... It's still too poly to fit with very soft angles. This game, like, this is all very curvy, and there's not a single straight corner here. Everything is rounded off. Or a Cinti is just too blocky, I would say. And these are already less blocky than the characters you have right now. But I think it's not ideal. So yeah. We're talking about the art style, but is there any gameplay? What's the gameplay about? Well, there's nothing in the trailer. I can tell you that much. My guess is it's generic third-person combat. I'm not gonna play the demo on stream. So yeah. How are clicker fests these days? I don't think there's any clicker fests coming out right now. Oh, explore and fight. We don't even have images for that under the demo page. I think this is, once again, this is just a store page that disappoints me to the core of my heart. Also, there's like inconsistent screenshot resolution sizes. Okay, these are fine. All your own asset, and people say your art sucks and tell them it's PSX. I don't even know about that. Yeah. I think I saw footage of the Cobat on Reddit like yesterday. I don't know what you mean of Cobat. What does Cobat even mean? Yeah. It can be consistent, maybe with some good art direction, work on texture and shading, but that's the problem. I'm gonna go out on a guess here, and Wellington, I'm gonna assume that you're a solo developer and you're like a full-time programmer in your day job. And that's it. I don't think art is going to be something that you're gonna be using here, or you wouldn't have just taken screenshots from the demo scene, most likely. I just saw we can submit our games for you guys to play. When's the day we're gonna play it? There is no like dedicated day that I can promise you. During the Steam Nexus, we're going to be doing like streams where we play the viewer games, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's kind of just whenever we feel like it that we play it. So yeah, am I done ragging on this? I think so. Oh yeah, don't... Oh wait, did you... No. Okay, you still have it. Get rid of this screenshot, please. This is... I need to have like a... Can I get like a... Can I get the highlights? Skip to highlight. This is your store page. This is how I feel about your store page. Play the demo, see if your impressions are right now, Thomas. I also don't have my setup. I don't have a 16:9 display here. Or I mean, if you guys... Oh. Does this game have ultra-wide support? I'm gonna guess no. We're gonna see. I'm not gonna deal 1.5 gigs. If it doesn't have ultra-wide support, so be it. Because I don't want to pull out my separate screen for 16:9. If you don't have ultra-wide support, honestly, in 2025 with Unity, then yeah. I think it's another big problem once again. So give me like a minute, I guess. 40 seconds left. It doesn't have to look so blocky, just put a couple shots in showcase. This is a very unique rendering style. Is this Cinti? Whack. Have a girlfriend that is a 3D artist and you will play the ultimate death? Yeah. That's indeed it. Okay. Do we have ultra-wide support? I hope so. It really shouldn't be that hard to have ultra-wide support in Unity. It's just a windowed game? I mean, I guess I can work with a windowed game as well. Wait, does it support windowed? No, it doesn't. It just starts windowed. What are we doing here? Okay, let's just do full screen, ultra wide. Seems to have support. Difficulty: Soldier, Knight, Oathsworn Blade, Protector of the Realm. So what does this mean? Also, I hate it when you use checkboxes for a radio button. Go Soldier. What do you mean by ultra-wide support? A lot of games have like their UI elements.
If you decide to challenge fate, prepare to step into the unknown.
Why are you throwing the UI, the AI art voice as well?
You're amazing, sweetheart. Just go for it, just like we practiced.
That's it, buddy. Keep your eye on the ball. You're doing great.
I hope you're hungry. We've got all your favorites for lunch.
This is my same mom, and she just has a different voice
I think it was
suddenly.
a spell to cook fish.
It just died.
Oh no! We only looked away for a second. This can't
You
be
really
happening.
like Cinemachine.
Oh,
That's
God.
all that I'm learning so
Oh, God,
far.
oh God, oh God.
Come on, stay with me. You're gonna be okay. I've got
You're the
you.
guy that I make the short about of like, don't start your game with a
Do whatever it
3-minute
takes to
opening
bring it back.
cutscene.
I won't lose him. Go ahead. Draw the transmutation circle.
Are you entertained, Thomas?
Hand me that book, quickly.
But, dear, this
Oh, I
is
can skip.
forbidden magic.
Finally.
I know, but this is the only way.
This is the only way.
Willing to risk it all.
It's another goddamn cutscene. Okay. Oh. Oh, this feels... This feels like navigating a boat. With his character control. Are you entertained, Thomas? I really wish you nothing but pain and misery. Wait, I went into full screen mode. Oh, if I... first person mode. I don't know how I did that well. So do I have an inventory? What's my... Oh, I can roll. This movement's so weird. My sprint? Oh, I ran out of stamina, that's why. God. They kept arrows from through the wall. This is not a Cinti asset, I feel. But hey, we're kicking the shit out of it. It controls heavy, it controls extremely heavy. It's like a tanker ship. Pick this up. How do I open my inventory? Close objective window, fine. Preview objective. I feel like I broke something. How do I open... Do we have a controls? We don't have a controls. It's my inventory. Okay. Why is this overlaying each other? I also know the asset that the axe is from. Oh, to my loyal alchemists, I don't know if dark times are coming. I feel it in my bones. The inventory is I. I just feel like I is such a bad inventory button because I need to take my second hand for it, basically. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Let's go. Yeah, nope. I mean, it's not that bad. There's a game to play. I think it's bad. I'm gonna be honest. It ain't it. Yeah. Can someone please give me something else to look at? Because this is just gonna make me more and more disappointed. Yeah, Ginger Gaff. Please give me a store page or something. And please don't be worse than this. What, have you played any game I is inventory every time? Nope. The I is not inventory every time. Only if you play baby games, maybe. Yeah, combat now feels right. It doesn't feel right. Yeah. Return roll. Oh. This is the... I also know the asset this is from. Good animal Twitch chat game where your viewers compete as adorable rolling critters, roll through diverse levels and environments while enjoying peaceful, charming atmospheres. Roll all the way to victory with up to 20 players. Star Citizen is I for inventory. I think your Moby Gloss is a different button, no? I feel like I bind it to tab always. It's very niche. It won't make any sales. 100%. This reminds me of like any Twitch game is immediately dead. Like this is from a Belgian developer as well, where this is like making potions depending on like your Twitch chat. Once again, 2 ratings. I feel like this is too bright almost. Asset Hunter. Just to... Just so that I'm here. Quirky Series Ultimate Pack. I mean, I do have the asset myself as well, which is why I know it. But yeah, you can... Let me close some tabs as well. That's the one. Quirky Animals is very good. This is when it's not on discount. This is just because you get everything. I think I paid like $60 for it. It wasn't like one of the big ass sales. If the game requires only one purchase streamer, it will not make much money by itself. The problem is also that the game's audience is only streamers, which is very limited as well. I don't think Twitch is dying. Twitch. Like Solino would have it. Twitch tracker. That's it. And then... Is there like a way we can see Twitch viewership? I guess it is dying. Totals by month are dropping. Active streamers are dropping pretty substantially as well, I guess. But even then, you know, you have 7 million active streamers. How many of these would play indie games? How many of these would buy the game? It's very quickly like overlap is like 0. It has 250 wishlist. That is surprising. So yeah. Oh, Twitch is dying financially. Yeah, they're losing money by the billions, millions at least. I feel like the problem I have here, let's just look at the trailer, 25 seconds. That's fewer commands with... You're using like the lower third that's so big that you can't even see like part of the game UI at the bottom. Oh, I also notice, I don't think you guys can see, but like your Unity window, here, this top row, you didn't even full screen the game for recording this. You just recorded like a subsection of your main window or like zoomed in on it. Yeah, there's like a border around the entire trailer of like the Unity preview window. I guess Twitch support as a game order setting is fine, but not as a main gimmick. I feel like that would be one indeed. Twitch is complaining about my bitrate as well. Oh well. I mean, it's better. I think, I don't know. At least it's more succinct in what it does. There's a recorder window in Unity indeed as well, or you just full screen, or you should record with like a build or something so you have better performance. Anyways, spend up to an hour on it. I mean, yeah, it works. I think you don't want to spend too much on it because I like the logo and the capsule. I think the background is too blown out. I think in general the game brightness is just way too blown out. I feel like you can lower your light strength a bit, but that's it. The game looks nice enough to look good, but it's just there for necessity. You just make this for the love of the game, and that's it. And here, once again, we can see with the new Steam UI, this looks so ugly. This looks so ugly. Nothing is aligned anymore. These things are floating in relationship. I hate it. So yeah. Have you made something else? No, you don't have a developer page either. So sad. Come on. Uncharted sectors. We're not there yet, but that's what the guy wrote. So the hopes are low. Okay, capsule art, like small art, looks okay. Front strategy. Okay, you're gonna make money, I guess. Deep economic simulation orchestrated by an intelligent AI storyteller. Ensure the survival of your domain at the edge of the galaxy. Colonize worlds, manage populations, navigate politics. Okay, good start, I'd say. Don't even have a trailer. Did you not listen to me being like, I want to be like the good role model? Don't launch the store page without a trailer. Especially when it's an RTS game. It's like, yeah, cool, we have all of this UI. But why? Nah. Free alpha, not definitive art. Does this mean you're using AI generated art and you just want to get rid of that? It's not announced yet. My brother in Christ, why is there still a store page then if it's not announced? Yeah, image generation is used for quick concepts and temporary assets during development. LLMs are used for temporary localization, proofreading, research, and boilerplate. If it's not ready, it's not ready. We're waiting for a trailer. To be honest, store page is good to put up for Google Integrate. Yeah, if it's like 3 days before you're sending it to IGN. But that's it. The game looks fine. Like from the screenshot perspective, it looks fine. It's just why no trailer? So sad. 31 supported languages. You're telling me you're gonna localize this game to Persian? Okay. You guys have IGN mail? I never find it. Patreon.com/BiteMeGames. That's all I'm gonna say. Kind of nice, but there's too much info. I think this is good. This is a grand strategy game. Like, after all, you do realize it's not their actual email, right? Yeah, what do you mean? Like, it's not the individual person, but there is like individual people as well. It's actually mentioned in a recent video as well who you should contact. Although I forgot the name out of the top of my head. Look, let's just take Victoria Tree, whatever. I feel like these also have super dense and small UIs. So I feel like it's just that you're not... yeah, but don't leak those ones if you have them all. Yeah, so that's indeed the thing. This could work well. But this was just too early that you put this live. And generally, you know, you're doing AI art, but you have AI art direction for what it's worth, where it doesn't feel extremely out of place. It's not like Ghibli filter. So you're like kind of close, but not really. If you know what I mean. It looks like it takes an entire degree to know how to play. Bro, just find out about grand strategy games. So yeah. The art direction is homemade. Yeah, but that's still fine. But it's like at least you tried. And it's not like some garbage slop you throw together. Like if I go to, for example, popular upcoming, and then go to all upcoming, more upcoming, view all upcoming. And then here we should be able to find narrow by. There's something out here. Game. We should be able to relatively easily find some shit. Like the hentai sayo. This is AI generated garbage. Oh, good games coming out. I feel like a viewer of ours was making a similar game to this. Yeah, this is not our viewer. 12, okay, it's not gonna perform great at all. Come on, give me a shitty AI one here. Oh, this is a viewer game before Exit Gas Station. Because they're gonna release it. Like, this is what I mean with, like, AI shit. Of, like, you can clearly tell this is, like, just something they threw together. They asked ChatGPT and they took the first thing that got generated and that's it. I'm looking for, like, the good... There's so much... There's so much adult shit. I need to be careful. I'm looking for some top-tier slop. Farm Simulator. How the hell was this name not taken yet? Now we're just diving into Steam and the garbage. Come on. Give me a non-adult AV Tale. I feel like that is an adult game. I'm too scared of it. A non-adult AI-generated slop game. They have nothing. I'm honestly surprised by the sheer amount of adult games that keep coming up here. It just keeps coming. Warmongers. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. It's like we have a shit ton of AI, but there's like no consistent style in between the AI as well. Looking at these capsules, I wouldn't install none of them. Because that's your competition at the end of the day. Games like this. And this. Oh, they added a giant guy looking down as well. Wait, this was my rant, I guess. I want to look at Farm Simulator. Okay, this is... They have, like, the Ida Faber demon succubus girl asset in like and then it's like Cindy Polygon. This is what I consider a bite me games viewer game. I would unironically see like two people in our audience look at this and give themselves, yeah, I'm gonna make this game, I'm gonna put it on Steam. With a full 4 followers. Is this the demo scene of Cinti Farm even? Oh well. And then they just threw in Succubus Lady. What is Progress Bar Deluxe? Okay, this might not be a horrible. Assassin of Demon. Is this one of those capsules? Yeah, this is AI generated slop of the capsule. And then Unreal slop as the engine. Now I'm just diving into the whole Steam history. I'm surprised this is an incremental game. They got onto the hype, but only 2 followers. So I guess it is kind of fucked. I do like the idea, honestly, of having an incremental game where you have to increase the loading bar. I don't know why, but these screenshots look like they're 360p. Okay, no, they're just compression or something. I think people are driving, yeah. I'm surprised this one doesn't work. I feel that there's a game idea in this though. Progress bar, like click, click, click to make a progress bar go further. Now we're committed, guys. We're just gonna look at what is the different vague shits. Okay, sprint 0. This sounds like an exit 8 like. Yeah, okay. Rules are simple. Watch, remember, report, keep your eyes sharp. The anomalies are waiting to be found. Failure talking may never escape the office. Okay, so this is a Unity game because this uses the Text Mesh Pro font. Oh, the incremental game has no demo. And what requires third-party account? Diego Isaiah Schram. Do we just LinkedIn this dude now? That's the developer. I feel like he misconfigured his store page because you should not need a third-party account for a single-player game. Great developer, I guess. Horrible marketing skills and like first game on Steam, I would guess as well. Diego Schram. You can still save it. Can you still save it? Also, releasing in the middle of the next fest is also like an F tier move. If someone here knows Diego Schram, he should change some things. You have to be this guy to play the game. You have to upload your ID, and if it's not Diego Isaiah Schram, you can't play the game. Assassins of Human Farm Simulator. Oh, Warmongers, yeah. Why not? Could be good. No is releasing at those points. But you're not joining the Steam Next Fest as well. Okay, so Sprint 0. Anomalies can't come in here. God, what is this? Here's a cat picture. True Pod Solutions. I think this is too raw of a game, but it could work. Like, the capsule is miserable as well. What did they have for the trailer? I've stopped looking at viewer games at this point, and we're just gonna look at Steam games. Moody games. Let's start with a 3-second intro. We have an FOV of like 40. So what's the Sprint 40 section? Yes, it doesn't really level Sprint 0. Oh, I get it. It's Scrum Sprints. Father. Isn't Father the game from Thomas Brush? Oh, I guess not. Didn't he work on it? He had a game, I feel, yeah, different one. This is a Scrum Sprint, I guess. Still not it. Oh no, Scrum, the horror. Let's keep dumpster diving. My wife is a maid. 6 rooms. Is this another anomaly game? Nah, I don't think so. There is so much adult games here. It's crazy. Sleeping. One thing that I do feel like looking at this, also this looks like an AI. I'm just spotting what is like AI generated stuff. I've seen this asset before of the playground. Like, why this? And like some of these games look interesting, but I think if you look at like stuff like here, Journey to Slimetopia, oh god, it does not disappoint. It's just like, why are we putting this on Steam? This is at the end of the day part of the 20,000. Steam game releases by year. You know, it's like, oh no, the horror. Oh, they have a new chart. Steam releases by review count. This is new. So 5,000 games released this year so far. Basically like 25% of games, I would say, no, 33% of games never, no, more. Almost half of all games never pass the 10 review mark. That's it. The amount of games gets over 500 reviews as well seems to be going up slightly. But yeah, there's just so much more slop percentually in comparison. I made $120. Am I above average? I think you're above median at least. I'm not sure about average. Depends on the genre maybe as well. Not even enough for the payout. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a while for that. But it's like, why? 2025, like this is... You have to purposely find a way to make your game look like this, I feel. Abyss Dungeon. Oh, is this... I need to be careful I don't pull up like any adult games, because we also have games such as Sex Treasure. The Baby is Here. Isn't it a interesting name? Game Stonk Simulator gone rogue. And then we do have games that look... Okay, no. This is Great Capsule and the Miserable Art. I'm panicking that any of the slop games you might have more followers than mine. Like, that capsule art, 10 out of 10. No, not 10 out of 10, but like for the name and capsule for this game, I think really solid. And then you look at this. And then it's like, why? This is Steam at the end of the day as well. Meteor Competition. I think this is something that people forget about sometimes. Is it competition? Absolutely. Or like it's not competition, sorry. It's just part of the statistics. Isn't AI capsule art? I don't think this is AI. This looks too specific to be AI. I'm pretty sure a real human drew this. I thought 300-ish followers is a really low number. I think 300-ish followers is decent. Holy shit, how does this also still have 900 followers as well for a GameStop simulator? What are all... There's so much adult shit. And released. Maybe this is an interesting game. Nope. What is this? Bubble. Once again, great capsule, I would say. And then, like capsule art. This is AI generated, actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, this is... Even then, fooled me on first glance. But the moment I saw the game, it's like, nope. What does the average indie game make on Steam? We still have it open here. Gamealytic. Let's take a look after 2024. Oh, here, Steam Analytics, this one. 01/01 2020. Let's do 2024, let's say. No, games. Back. Steam. Median revenue 233. Can we see average? Oh. See the revenue? Not really. I guess nobody released in February 2025 for some reason. Average... Oh, this is a number of sales. So 140% sales less than 100 copies. 65% made less than 1,000. Yeah. Wake up here. Anyways, Diego, I wish you the best of luck. Hosts or dev tycoon. I had an idea once for a video. It was $8 on the webpage as average. That wasn't earnings. That's price. So the average Steam game costs $8. Whereas if we go and look at like 2015, I think games used to be like more expensive then. Still $8 average price. So that's kind of what it looks at. So it's more like I can be like, okay, if I go to a 4X game, the average price is $27 lifetime, kind of. That's what this statistic is. It's not what they earn. There's no average revenue, only median. Good evening. What's going on, John? We are looking at the absolute state of indie games. I've kind of gone into a rabbit hole after some viewers submit their own suboptimal things. This is a broad question, but what genres are popping off for indies? I actually, let me see if I can find this. I asked Gemini this. I asked it to, I burned like 4 trees to ask this question. Here. I asked for a strategic report of high velocity game development opportunities on Steam. I don't know, because I feel like the deep research is better than ChatGPT. We have low fidelity retro horror, so this is PSX. I think one thing when I look at this list though, that I think is pretty interesting, is that not a lot of PSX style games seem to carry over from itch.io onto Steam. I think a lot of games just remain on itch.io if they're PSX horror. Narrative deduction puzzlers are supposedly the S tier according to AI. I don't think that. I think cozy desktop automation idlers, but it's once again an idler game. I also don't think this is a good one. I think what are some games that are popping off for indies? I don't know if it's like popping off. Yeah, horror indie showcase. I think it's more like looking at just these games that are coming out now, where I don't see a lot of PSX style games. This maybe is one, I think. Somewhat. But generally it feels less. I think AI tends to be behind on the trends, of course. That's the thing as well. I think incremental right now definitely is the move. Probably like that. As like actual popping off, probably there's gonna be a little wave of Megabonk clones. As in the third-person survivor-like style is probably something that's going to be coming up soon. That we'll see like in the next 3 months. Simulator games, I think, are still kind of in the norm. I think the problem with PSX is that I think PSX is harder to sell, at least if you have like the itch.io PSX games. Like we have a lot of these horror games, but a lot of these are also just like 15 minutes or whatever. And I think a lot of these just do not transfer to Steam to begin with. I think it'll be a really bad idea to compete with Megabonk because it has such good reviews. I mean, I don't think that matters, because at the end of the day, Vampire Survivors, you're always gonna see like this is also as like overwhelmingly positive. And you also saw here that, you know, people still made a lot of Survivor likes. I want to give a shout out to my neighbors at the these were the guys that were next to my booth at the Osaka Indie Game Summit. And they also made a Survivor like. It's the most Japanese thing you've seen. It's a Survivor like where you have to reject beautiful big-breasted girls from making sweet, sweet love to you. And it's like, quality-wise, I played this as well. Worse than Vampire Survivors in pretty much every way. Still, 64 reviews. Still, people bought this. There's so many Vampire Survivor clones that may be worse than the original, but they do something different. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That I think we will see a small wave of Megabonk clones still. I don't think Megabonk knockoffs will be a long-lived thing. I don't think so. I think there's going to be like 4 games or something that do it, and that's it. Maybe we should pivot to a 3D... into a 3D platform game, into a Megabonk Survivor, LOL 3D. Mario, also these 3D mechanics, maybe. I'm not sure. Mega Slop clones are on their way for sure. Time to make an adult version of Megabonk. Ferdinand is Danny Dev in reverse. I know. If Bite Me did a version next month or 2, then it would be okay. But I'm saying it won't go on for 2 years. Oh yeah, this is Megabonk is not gonna go for 2 years. So yeah. Hey, to have the demo page for a game, do you need to pay another $100? You do not. It's for free. So you don't need to worry about that. Predicting upcoming furry skibidi backrooms box. I don't think so. I think, Megabonk definitely a lot of good stuff. Boya has a pitch for a game. A horror game where the game keeps going when the monster catches you and you can still move while it eats you. But what can you do then? I guess it's kind of like not exactly, but kind of like Fear and Hunger. Oh God, that guy is a massive dick. I hope YouTube... It's just his leg, guys. Let's all pretend this is his leg. Where you can like just be like amputated and like dying, kind of. But I guess you're looking more at like first-person style PSX horror games or whatever. Thankfully it's 3D, which is harder to make. A tail. If you think this is the tail, you clearly never played Fear and Hunger. Maybe you get permanent debuffs, but it's eating you. So yeah. I'm making a Steam page, but it's not finished. Would you like to take a look? Shujin, if it's not finished, it shouldn't be on Steam, right? Isn't it the whole point of what we talked about on this stream? Give me the Steam page. I want to cry. Make me cry even more. And I don't know if it's easier or... You say like, thankfully Megabonk is 3D. I always am of the thought that 3D is easier than 2D. If you want to make asset slop, I feel like 3D is way easier than 2D. So yeah. Maybe he will send a screenshot. Yeah, how am I going to take a look at that then? I guess is the question. 1000% prefer making 3D over 2D. Yeah, I think for us it's basically to the point that... Oh, share on Discord. Share it on Discord, Shujin. I'll take a look at it. I don't think Bite Me Games will ever make a 2D game. Because it's just so... different. Like, we don't have the art skills to do that. Where are you gonna throw it in Discord, Shujin? Shujin Ping. That's an offensive joke. I don't know if we have any... Do we have any Chinese viewers? I feel like we don't. Do you think Friends Love games still better than single player? Absolutely. I think multiplayer is just a marketing cheat code. I want to see if we have Chinese viewers. Let's see my audience here. China is not even... Of course China is not on the list because YouTube isn't available in China. What about Hong Kong? Also not in here. Not even top 50. Damn, we're washed. On that disappointing note. Ni hao. Yeah. Lee Eric. Chinese viewer here? Damn. Okay. So there's at least one. Search for VPN country. Of course, that's not a thing. That's why I looked for Hong Kong. Yeah, multiplayer equals every player need to buy. I think multiplayer is also better in terms of like content creators and stirring more virality because you can incite, at least for like stream rate and friend slop, for them to create content together and then branch out and then do it more. You're in China right now, Seamus? Okay, yeah. Enjoying your vacation. Where is Bulgaria on that list? I feel like Bulgaria is going to be very low as well. Guys, you want to see the list of countries? The Bite Me audience? Step 1. The average age of a Bite Me game viewer is like 30 years old. It's all unks. So that's step 1. United States, it's in Dutch, but I'll translate. United States, 26%. They're all sleeping right now. UK, 6%. Germany, 5.7% as well. Canada is 4.5%. And Poland recently overtook Brazil for 3%. India, Brazil went down a lot actually. India and Australia are also tied at 3%. And then Indonesia. I'm surprised about Indonesia as well. Oh, there's an ad break apparently. I'm too... We don't see it because of cam. Oh, you see. I think if I go like this and then zoom in, can you see it now? Kinda. I should move to the side. Here. Okay, you should be able to see it. So, United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, Poland, India, Australia, Indonesia, Brazil, Philippines. Oh, we can also, if it's blue, we can like click in on it. So California and then Texas and then Florida are our biggest United States states basically. Belgium? Where's Belgium? Belgium is at sub 1%. Which is not great. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is at the top 50. That's like number 46. Yeah. 0.3%. I feel like Bulgaria isn't a very big country though either. There's more Saudi Arabians watching apparently than Bulgarians. So yeah. Are there any Algerian? I don't think in the top 50. No. But yeah. What's the UK? England, 72%. We have nobody from Wales. Finland mentioned? I feel like I didn't even see. Go back? I can't go back. Okay, I can go back. Where's Germany? North Rhine-Westphalia. They have the biggest game dev community, I guess. That's it. Anyways, let's go back. Meanwhile, Shujin has sent... Shujin. This is the capsule, Grave of Voices. I feel like this is a brush, we're gonna ignore that. I would make this guy a little bit bigger, just put him a little bit more in the foreground. Screenshots look solid. I think the big make or break one is going to be the trailer, if we get to that point. Wait, someone on YouTube said upload feature to 500. It's more than my average monthly wage in my country. Yeah, so I talked to Steam about this as well. They don't want to become gatekeepers at all. They're not planning on changing the store fee ever. Or not ever, but like in any future probably. And they also do not want to deal with approvals of like this game deserves to be on Steam or not. And I think honestly that's fine. I would prefer that versus Steam being like, this game is too bad for Steam. Steam is not about a curation platform. And I think the Steam fee of $1,000 also wouldn't... It would only make the platform more closed, but it wouldn't actually allow for more game developers to shine. I think it's a very Western thing to be like, it's just $1,000. Because if you're living in the US, what's like an average salary? 60K a year or something? Like, yeah, it's half a paycheck in Europe. And it's like, maybe you can save that after a few months. But it's immediately going to knock out like 70% of all game developers from ever releasing a game on Steam. And it's like, is that really what you want? Probably not either. If they removed the fee, well, they wouldn't remove the fee. I think the fee is fine to just be there, but I think putting it to $1,000 does not fix it. So yeah. And games would be more expensive. I'm not sure if games would be more expensive, but it's just less games would be made. Or like, there would be a lot of good games that wouldn't perform, that wouldn't be able to come on Steam anymore. That 70% is slop anyways? No, I think the problem is more that the slop from the 70% is actually more for Western developers, I think. Where the $100 does not matter at all. $100 is what they spend if they go out for dinner one day. If they're going to a relatively cheap place still. So I think it's more going to be the Americans that are part of the slop problem. Where they're making prototypes that shouldn't belong on Steam, but it's just $100. So why not throw it on Steam anyway? Compared to a Southeast Asian or whatever, who, you know, if they're paying the $100 for that store page, the impact of that they're going to feel themselves is going to be way stronger. So they're going to be way more of like giving a fuck about what's going on. Man, eating out in the Netherlands is $100. Like, it depends. If you go out for 2 people for dinner and you have a few alcoholic beverages, yeah, you would easily spend $100 at this point, €100. Are we the baddies? I don't know if it's the baddies, but I think you need to think about the fact that Steam is not just Europe and the United States, and that's it. Fee was not $100 in every country. Fee was 50 in Turkey. For me, it is 100. It's always $100. It's not localized, so it's like less in euro now. It's like 90 euros or something, or even less. Thanks, Trump. So it's like now the Steam store fee is only €86, for example. But yeah, Netherlands and Belgium is hella expensive, or like has gotten way more expensive. Where I would say that like Belgium is near the point where like countries like Denmark and Sweden were just a few years ago, where we have just skyrocketed in prices because we had like our 20% inflation. So yeah. What about localizing the fee? Because then, you know, you're just going to start up like, people will cheat it then. And it's like, it wouldn't address the problem either. They would rather put more faith in the discovery queue algorithm and all of that, and less into the safeguarding. If they want to have slop games on Steam, generally their opinion is just let them be there, and we'll make sure that they get buried most of the time. First world countries could be 10k and scale downwards. My dude, 10k, nobody's making games anymore then. That's a stupid amount of money. Because you cannot be a hobby developer at all then for 10k. Bought my Steam upgrades for about 1,000 Turkish lira using a Turkish account, which was about $20. So yeah. Only the publisher would pay that, and even then, you know, the publisher would just front that. You have to pay it back. It's not like the publisher is giving you that money. The publisher, it's just a loan, kind of, at the end of the day, that you may never have to pay again. Oh, by the way, Seamus, you kind of reminded me of that, but not really. So you guys know Pico Park? It's like a relatively popular game. I say relatively, 23,000 reviews. And they have like Pico Park Classic Edition. And they had a little bit of an oopsie. Pico Park Classic Edition is permanently free. I was planning to switch to a paid plan after updating the online support, but I forgot that once you switch from paid to free, I can never go back to paid. So basically, this developer wanted to do like some updates, and then was like, for fuck it, I'm gonna make it free for a while. So we switched to free to play. But Steam is apparently super anal about once you go free to play once, you can never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, make your game go paid again. So if you want to get Pico Park, you can now do that for free. Because the developer made an oopsie. Yeah, Steam said that slop is not a problem at all. So that's indeed the thing. But you can start free and then go paid? No. Once your game is paid, you can never go free. They had like a few ones, like Content Warning had like 100% discount when it first released. But you need to be a landfall to be able to get those deals with Steam. Otherwise, yeah, here, SteamDB lowest recorded price is 0 at minus 100%. But if you're a normal developer, you cannot do this. You can never make your game free to play and then go into pay. You can't switch free to paid. Yeah. But you know, if you're Content Warning, if you're Landfall, and you've already made like a gazillion dollars, because they did like they've made so much money. Like at that point, they can pull it off. If you've made almost $200 million in lifetime revenue, Steam can bend the rules for you. Okay, so yeah, because they made tabs before. So they had already made like 40 million for Steam, which makes it easier, and then Stick Fight the game as well, to then be like, hey, can we kind of pull out this thing? Like you can do free weekend deals, yeah, but once again, if you're in the Bite Me Games live stream, unfortunately, I think you're not big enough most of the time to get a free weekend deal and all of that. Because I think this game, Supermarket Simulator, was... no, Trading Card Store Simulator was made by... you got the trailer, let's go. Draft 14, this guy has been going at it. What you're saying is that when I get rich, I should stop watching? No, but I feel like if you're rich, you're gonna have other problems than, oh, I need to watch the Bite Me stream for the most part. Okay. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Okay. Second look at this horror game trailer. Onto the logo. It has good points. I feel like the gameplay is too rough for the trailer. Like you have a few good shots, but I feel like the moment that you see the game in movement, like this one, this is like good shots, and then you get like the instant bow just appearance. And that is like, I don't know, there's like a lot of points. Also, I think like in this intro, I'm not sure if it's my PC, but like the frame rate feels not like 30%. Yeah, the lighting is blown out. I think there was like this one shot of like here, like this brick, and then you know, because you have a light source and you just get closer, and that's it. For first game, it looks great though. It's a good starting point. It's better than what we've seen before. I would honestly maybe only start the trailer here, 6 seconds in. I would actually leave out the first few things. I think starting here would be a good point as well. You would layer in like sound effects here for the mice to make it more clear what it is. And oh, this is another one. When you record gameplay footage for trailers, you generally want to play the game with controller. Because you can very much feel like when you use a keyboard and mouse, it's way less smooth because your mouse, like, you don't have like a clean single speed, but you like kind of go like, man, this is exaggerated, but you can see like the whip and the pan come around. And that's something that I notice here as well, where it's like kind of the inconsistency. If you can record your gameplay trailer with a controller, because it's going to be way more smoothed out with the joystick when you look. Because there's going to be a maximum speed, basically. But here it feels very kind of different as well. I think overall ending, you probably want to have some sound effects. But I think apart from that, it's good. Jesus Christ, got stared. Feel bad. So yeah, that is something, I think I had that in the first cut of Kyoto Anomaly as well. It's like feedback of like, you can notice the mouse movement too much. And I think how I solved it there was by just reducing my mouse sensitivity to like 20% of what I normally play with as well. But yeah. I feel like the style is way too realistic for the janky animation directions. Yeah, I think that's indeed the case here. I feel like the animations kind of pull away from the overall visuals a bit. Turns out that Friendly Dev is married to someone my wife knows. Small world indeed. Oh, this game has the same soundtrack? Are you for real? It does in fact have the exact same music. Oh, and it is a PSX game. It feels like different. Oh no. It's the same song. What should you do? I don't think you need to worry about using the same music. I just think it's funny. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I don't think using the same music is really an issue. It's only if we put them side by side that you're gonna notice it. But otherwise, don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. This also looks good as a game, by the way, the Mind's Corn. I don't know if the viewer is in chat as well. It's coming out soon. October 2025. I guess for the next... No, not Next Fest. I mean, probably Next Fest and then Scream Fest. That's what I wanted to go for. Yeah. Now the question is, when is Bite Me gonna make an adult game? Because there's so many of them in here. That's my big surprise, I guess. Oh. When's your next live stream? I will make those changes and show it to you. I think I'm gonna do another live stream tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be a development stream again for Hard Carry, but I can take a little break and look at it if you want. Yeah. Bulgaria small. I mean, Bulgaria is not the biggest country. Adult Mega Bonk like. Honestly. Oh, Mind's Corn Dev is here. Hi, Volatile. I think you're one of the best looking games of the day we've seen so far. I would love more dev streams tomorrow. Like, it's not dev as in coding because I can't code, but it's just working, basically. You start later because I don't always wake up this early. Have you considered the fact that I already started like 6:30 p.m. today? There's not much more later that I can do. There's this. I'm gonna make a survivor like using like these assets. She's like a very famous asset developer, the Ida Faber. So I'm just gonna try to. I saw you had the demo up. I don't think I'm gonna play any demos today still. But yeah, I'm just gonna take like Desert Assassin and then turn that, because all of these, that's like the whole thing of the Ida Faber as well. They come with you can send them messages for getting the uncensored textures as well. Do a survivor like, but everyone is sure just like water park sim. That is something. Adult survivor Souls like is definitely something as well. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to do it, but it will be a funny one. So yeah, do we have other stuff to do? Do we have time you get hit, you lose one cloth, but it should be you shouldn't punish the player for getting hit. It's like the, what's it called? Like Tank Girls or something. No, it's from Dangan Entertainment. I can find it. They released it recently. Turret Girls, this one. That kind of had that thing of like, the more you get damaged, the more your outfits get destroyed as well. I feel like they have very tame outfits here, but they know what they're doing. I actually met the I was once planning on making a video with the CEO of this publisher. They clearly know what they're doing because they live in Japan. If you couldn't imagine them living in Japan if they make games like this. So yeah. If you had to rate my trailer out of 10, what would you give it? I would give it a 6, I think. It's possible to state this right now, but it definitely has a lot of room for improvement still. I talked with that publisher a long time ago. They're kind of weird. Absolutely. I think they wouldn't vibe with you. Because the games they make, they have a very more Japanese vibe as well, whereas you are very much more of a playway person, I guess, is how I would call it. Take it how you want. But yeah, there are publishers that I probably wouldn't vibe with as well. This one's maybe, but yeah. Oh, I thought you were in Europe? Nope. I'm not. Not anymore. I am in Japan. Nara. This is home of the deer. I made one time. Oh, the terms they told me were weird. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you've made a lot of games. Like, you wake up and you decide to make another game that day, and that's it. But hey, if it works out. Can you please review the Mindscorn trailer? I'll take a look at it. I just remade it. Don't know if it's good or not. Wait, you live in Japan? Yeah, I live in Japan. I don't know if you're an actual Japanese person with the name Shujin, but I've realized that if they have an anime profile picture and a Japanese name, 95% of the time they're Polish. So I've just realized, like, shout out to Rekal in chat as well. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like Japanese people generally don't give themselves a Japanese name and general Japanese thing, like profile picture. Let's take a look at this trailer. There's no gun sound effects. Also, this trailer is 1 minute and 20 seconds long. I feel like it's going to be too long. think you missed a cut here. So this is why you would why you want to do your audio in post. I still have Premiere Pro open like this, because he had a cut here, let's say, and then the audio got cut off the moment that we switched scene. You kept it intentionally. It's bad. You don't want to keep it that way. It would have worked if you would have overlapped the audio and it like kept on ringing still, but it doesn't work like this. You're standing way too still for too long here. This is like a solid 3 seconds of not moving. Like here, once again, it's like we're showing it. We're showing the gun for like a frame, which would be an awesome point to have an extra impactful transition to the next scene. But you just have no audio there. No idea what I'm looking at. Mine scored. Wishlist now. Demo available on Steam. Okay, so overall, 7 out of 10 trailer, I would say. Like the first gunshot here also has no sound effects. It feels like a lot of things that I don't know if you're coping and just saying I did it intentionally, but I feel there's a lot of small things that I would change about this. Mainly, once again, audio-wise. Like, later on, you do have, like, audio. Like, you have the UI sounds. And then I think here you had gun sounds as well. If it's gonna load. Steam's given up. And I think you have some good shots. Like, this is what I mean. Your game looks good, which makes the trailer look better as well. Like, here we do have the audio, but then, yeah, we get the horribly cut off one. Probably a... I don't know if this music is a great fit. I think overall, I think the trailer's a little bit too slow. I think if you can crunch this down into 1 minute, it's gonna be a bit more snappy, and I think it's gonna be better that way. And then make the sound effects like it's called, I think, also like a J cut, where you keep the sound effect from the sound from the previous cut or like a previous shot still running, even though there's a new visual one. Not copying. I'm just very good at making trail. Not very good. Yeah, I made a montage. Yeah, but I think with like I kept it intentionally for like artistic reasons or whatever. I think this is just bad. Like this. And then same thing with the one frame gunshots here. Where you can like see it. And this is just janky. The transition doesn't hit there at all. So yeah. So yeah. I think those are my top tips for that. Actually, like the transition, I think it needs audio. If it has audio, it can work, but now it just feels bad. Wait, was it this one that the intro also? No, this, like, your intro is relatively snappy and does show good stuff. But yeah, sound here, less looking. Or like less static looking, because here you're just like, this could just as well be a screenshot basically if it wasn't for the film grain. Like nothing moves in this scene, which would be what I want to change. But yeah. Probably like change this to the wider format. Oh well. We have some more stuff. I want to keep it a shorter stream today, so I may wrap it up relatively soon. It's been 2 hours. Otherwise, I'm really struggling with getting wish lists. Okay. Take a look. Your game is not on itch.io, so you're missing out on that platform. One video. Two. Okay, so this seems to be organic pickup. You haven't done any content creator outreach either, I would say. I guess those are your two things. Upload a build to itch.io, same build as your demo. Link that one back to the Steam page. And then probably for your festivals, you're going to be too late for Next Fest if you're joining that. You want to do content creator outreach. There's a lot of horror game YouTubers that are way bigger than Max Horror. Send them emails talking about your game. Indeed. Queso, but don't just focus on Queso. Focus on all of the smaller ones that have like 50 seconds, 50,000 subscribers and all of that. Don't just focus only on the Quesos, because the impact there is not as good. You want to look at every single person under the sun who could be interested in your game. And that's it. You just have to do the work. I think the trailer, whilst there are some issues, there's going to be more from just easiest win would be uploading a build on itch, just as an extra place to host your game, kind of. And then go into their discovery. And then second thing would be just content creator outreach. And then, Next Fest and Screamfest. So you want to send emails to announce like, hey, I'm in the Next Fest. Game is coming out then. Screamfest also, whatever. I did send the demo to some people. Bro, itch actually gives you visibility. Are you sure about that? I am. A bit older already? Itch still gave us some. This is not even for a horror game. We still had visibility. I think same thing with Kyoto Anomaly. We had a few people buy this. 3 people bought Kyoto Anomaly here. And it's like not really like when this was the playtest and this when we launched. Still get something. And I think, these are with not free demos, so I don't have like good sample size. Not worth the effort. You'll get more than this. And you just upload a build. Yeah, Mike as well. I can upload owe my success to itch. If you're making horror games, especially PSX style horror games, basically if you're making a game like Mindscorn, you should throw it on itch. And you're gonna get way more than what we had here. So yeah. You did send it down to some people, but none have played it so far. You need to send it to a lot. I reached out to itch.io support if my game is more than 1 gigabyte, but so far no answer. How big is your game? Because if it's under 2 gigabytes, you can upload your own game still. Oh, this is my Stripe. I don't want to share my Stripe. You just need to use Butler, like their command line utility, because I think if we go and take a look here at Kyoto Anomaly, you'll see Kyoto Anomaly is 1.8 gigabytes. And that is because you use the command line utility goes up to 2 gigabytes. If you use the web build, it's only 1 gigabyte. 2.19 gigs archived. 5 gigabytes unpacked. Okay, yeah, then you're kind of going to be out of luck because there is nobody working at itch anymore. Itch.io was a barren wasteland that doesn't pay out and that has like nobody working on support or whatever. So yeah. Is there any point in uploading co-op horror game to itch? I feel like they're mostly singles. Your game does not support single player? I'm not sure. Is it true that itch has a huge player base of people just logging to play some short horror games? I would say so. Itch definitely is number 1 horror, number 2 adult games, or opposites. But horror and adult are the only two genres where itch especially matters. Isn't itch run by 3 people? I feel like it's more like 1 person. So yeah, their support ticket, you're not going to get anything on that. I've uploaded to itch, but it doesn't appear in search. Gotta look into that. Yeah. Making an animal idol game about racing and training cute animals. It's a collection style game. It's full screen like this. Oh well. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just closed down spontaneously. That's kind of the vibe that I have with itch.io as well. Oh, I recognize these assets again. Okay, so what do? We collect the animals and then we make them sprint. No idea what I'm... Like, this doesn't fully explain the gameplay loop to me, I feel. Or do I just make them run faster? This looks very awkward. It's only day 6 so far. Maybe. Animal hiding game, but training and racing cute animals, collection style. Incremental pet racing game. It needs better visuals, I think, still. Like, just slap some terrain on it. Because this is not doing you any favors. Yeah, gameplay loop isn't done yet. I feel like 6 days you should have some idea of the gameplay loop at this point. That game's construct. First time chatter. Can you give some feedback about my game? It's on itch.io and Steam as well, but doesn't do well. Game is crypt robbery. I think this is going to be the final game I'm going to look at, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Crypt robbery. Okay. So the game released. 3 reviews. Okay, so let's first start by saying the hard truth. This game is not going to get resurrected. You're better off making a new game. Like, if your goal is to make this game successful, it's not happening. As for the visuals, I'm not sure why. This feels like a 2014 game. But doesn't look horrible. It looks weird in like that weird way. It's hard to explain, maybe. Like, especially the capsule feels fake. Should I make it free? No, just leave it like this and work on a new game. But don't think of like DLC, whatever. Chilling survival horror in a creepy world. Explore how the cemetery descend into a cursed crypt and face the horrors that lurk below. Hide, fight, survive. Do you have what it takes to make it out alive? I think it's fine. It's kind of maybe a hype. Looking at average playtime, 2.3 hours, which is also solid. 1K outstanding wishlist, but just no conversion rate. Lots of players in Spain. We did localize to Spain. Why did this not perform well? Did anyone play this game? Nope. Did you do content creator outreach? It's really just that simple. Content creator outreach can make or break your game. And in this case, it feels like there wasn't much coverage. The game looks okay, but the capsule isn't great. Yeah, you need the 10 reviews. Also, 3 out of 4 positive is always rough as well immediately. Okay, what's the negative review? Something Chinese, whatever. 0.2, 0.2, 8.2. 8.2 hours. Okay. I think the capture is doesn't fit the rest of the game. Yeah, I think otherwise it's a marketing problem, I guess, because the expectations are there. It's a 2-hour average playtime, which would signal to me that that's okay. I think pricing may be high, which explains the relatively bad conversion rate, because you're at a 0.3% conversion rate, I guess. It's zero shame back friends and family for 10 reviews on day one. Absolutely. I think that definitely would have helped as well, because then you'd come up in the discovery queue. I think it's just a thing of move on, better capsule, better marketing. Good games don't sell themselves. I don't know if this is a good game. There was clearly an interest in it. Maybe the price wasn't aligned. I'm not sure. Have you done discounts yet? No. When does the game come out? 17th of September, so too early for discounts yet. Oh, but you didn't do launch discount then. You should have done a launch discount most likely. Do the first possible next discount at 20% so you get the wishlist notifications. And hope that there's some conversion then, where it's mainly just, oh, the $5 price is indeed too much. Try to lower the price. Don't lower the price, just discount. Discount, and that's it. Also, lower your Polish price, because that's miserable. I'm doing the 2-week at 40% discount, and then my game is entered for the Animal Fest in November. Okay, yeah. Or Poland, paying 25% more, and Switzerland as well. So yeah, I think that's kind of the main thoughts there. So yeah, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, unless someone has a very riveting question last minute, but I think otherwise... I've been working on my Steam page for a whole month. Is that normal? I don't think so. You can do it in like a day or 2, 3, I think. It should be fine. Oh god. When will my Volt arrive? Is Volt in the US? Volt USA? I didn't know that. I thought they were only in like Scandinavia. I'm not gonna wait till your foods, so yeah. Maybe a bit dishonest, but I think you should always do a release discount and factor in on your price. Yeah. You just increase it, like... You should keep in mind always that your game is going to sell most of the time on discounts. Always gonna do on discount, basically. Would you use itch as a promo platform? I would use it if it's a horror game or it's an adult-only game. If it's... Or like an incremental game. But then it needs to be able to be played in browser. Like, for example, the... A game about feeding a black hole. Oh, it doesn't show up. Okay, here it shows up. Like, you would make it like this, and then focus to the external link to wishlist on Steam, and then go that way, basically. So, yeah. If it's not in the incremental horror adult genre, I don't think it makes sense to focus too much on itch.io. Like, it needs to be kind of fitting in there. So, yeah. Anyways, guys. Thank you, everyone, for having tuned in. It was a chill one, simple one. Tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier than today, we're going to be working back on hard carry. Probably just some level design, so if you want to join me for some co-working or whatever, feel free to do so. So yeah, actually I did not know about the discounted launch. I found this after launch. Okay, yeah, so you want to do the launch discount. It's just a psychological thing, because even if it's just 10%, people will see the big green thing of like this game is discount, and they're going to be more interested in buying it. So yeah. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy your dinner, Tibujibu, or I guess breakfast. My god, how degenerate are you? You're Uber Eating breakfast at like... What's the time in New York? It's 8 a.m. My god. I'll see you guys later. See you in the next one. Bye.